lateral lunge to rotation. So my lateral lunge to rotation is just about priming my hip stabilizers, my ankle, knee, hip movement, and then my rotational sling. So starting with my feet in a comfortable, maybe 2 shoulder widths apart, in a position where we are feeling stable through our feet, but not so wide that we're feeling we're working a little too hard through our hips to stabilize. From here, we're going to simply lunge into a lateral position. So we're just going to take a little lunge through one leg, keeping the other leg straight. And we're going to drop the elbow to the opposite elbow towards the knee. Now from this position here, what I want to avoid is flexing through my spine. So as I take a side position here and I hit my lateral lunge, I'm going to keep my spine in neutral and I'm going to sit into my hip and drop my elbow towards the knee rather than flexing. If I can just get that wrong, flex my spine in. I'm going to have to keep my spine in neutral to get into that position. So from there, I'm going to drop down, touch, create this rotational movement through my body. I'm going to rotate here, touch. Then I'm going to drive off this bent leg, push, drive off into this standing position here and rotate my body. From here, what am I doing with my arms? I need to make sure that I create a reciprocal rotational movement. So from here, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to rotate, bang, and turn my body into this position here. So I can think about sucking my thumb, 90-degree bend, and a little pull back through the opposite arm, almost as if I'm running, sprinting in this position here. So again, I start in this position here. I laterally lunge and touch, I rotate, there. I step back into my lateral lunge, there. And then I simply repeat on the other side. Again, things to note is making sure that I maintain a neutral position through my spine rather than collapsing through my core here and rounding out through my back. I want to engage by keeping my feet, my heels and my toes flat into the ground, sitting back a little bit into that hip and really engaging my stabilizers through my hips, but also my glutes and my quads to drive into that movement from that lateral lunge. As I drive into that lateral movement and come back up, stay stable. Remember, I rotate. I want to counter rotation movements. I'm going to whip my hip here, whip the hip into a standing position rather than a lazy step up. Yeah. So it's really all about this rotation, whip, rotation back into my hip. Done at a pace that we can control. So that is our lateral lunge opposite touch to a rotation.